Marcus, Beatrix has not noticed you yet, as she is very focused on her work.
Just thinking of the thing to...
These friends of yours?
I was like, of course I'd find you in a plague district.
Huh? She looks up. Marcus? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Friends of yours, Beatrix, so then you're from outside as well. How interesting.
Are you speaking as Jasmine right now?
Yeah,
Irina is now
And
back
you-
under
I mean, I
NPC
assume
control.
nearby, you know.
Yeah.
I recognize her as well.
Yes, well, anyway.
But I wouldn't recognize you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a package that we were honestly just asked to deliver. Medical supplies from a Vasily von Holtz.
Yes, just leave him there.
Whoever has the package presumably puts it down.
Percy Noble didn't want to come himself and get infected. Can't say I blame him, though. The, natives' immune systems are
Not
very
good.
weak. I'm not sure if it's the isolation or the relative lack of sunlight, but what's a
Wait.
simple case of lung pox where we're from is just ravaging the population.
Wait, so are all outsiders then just walking disasters waiting to happen?
You mean
I
the other
don't-
way around?
I don't think so. It's, from what I gather, there was a battle. And, well, I have a hypothesis, but first, how did you all arrive here?
Just a side note, but that completely checks out with our constitution saves. Everyone rolled well except Irina.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks,
Well,
RNG Laser.
after the
for,
last time we
making
spoke...
my world building consistent.
Yeah. Well, I just tell her, like, after the last time we spoke, she showed up, and then she was gonna go kill you, so I was chasing her, and then I ended up in the mist, and now I'm here.
Yeah, she got me.
And you're
Wait.
okay?
Yeah, I long rested. I'm fine.
What?
Yeah, Jasmine here. She found me, bleeding out on the road. She helped us stabilize me, and then strangest thing happened. This mist appeared, and
And you ended up here, just like the rest of us.
she took me back to town, but it wasn't back to town. It was to this town.
At least the mist didn't drop you halfway across the valley.
Was it that bad outside the walls?
Worse.
Well, I guess all is well is relative. So you were taken by the same mist, right, Marcus?
Yes, but we ended up in
and the rest of
the
you?
village of Barovia,
I'm
some
not sure if it's
number
the...
of distance away from here. I don't remember how far away it was. But I tell her the number, because Marcus knows.
It was
I'm
like
not sure if it's the
15
same
miles,
mist,
I
but
think.
definitely missed. We all met almost immediately after our respective sort of mist thing happened.
So
Yes,
you are all
so-
taken by different instances of this mist.
But then brought together by it, yes.
Yes, this supports my hypothesis. You see, there was a battle, and in the middle of it, a mist appeared and swallowed up a number of the soldiers. This was a couple months ago, I think. I had not heard of this battle happening. It must have been fairly far away, or far away from where you and I were, Marcus. I can't speak the same towards the rest of you. But there were many wounded and dying men that were deposited outside the walls in the woods.
Are these them, or are they natives?
A few of them are. But you know the kinds of sicknesses that can run rampant throughout battlefields, yes? As wounds fester.
Katrina just shakes her head no.
Oh, well,
Consider
It's a
yourself
thing.
lucky.
it's definitely a thing.
I'll take your word for it.
And, well, the city did offer them some measure of aid, but they were not equipped to deal with this, or with the subsequent outbreak amongst the native population. Always a thing to be careful about, but these Barovians especially.
Yes, the Baron's not a big fan of our work here. Can't possibly imagine why, I say sarcastically.
Doesn't exactly help the image they have
His-
set up of the city.
His constant festivals don't help. These people need to be isolated during treatment, not paraded around in a mass gathering.
These people and their super spreader events.
Yes,
Fucking hell.
actually, yes.
This is
Too
so
real.
topical.
Well, I don't want to be rude, but I can certainly see why Vasily didn't want to come here himself. I'm probably going to head back to the inn.
Me as well, Irina says.
Yeah,
I
I figured she was gonna go.
She looks a little nervous as Beatrix is sort of shitting on native Barovian immune systems. Like
Yeah.
maybe I should yeah.
In the meantime, I'm going to note to prepare lesser restoration for tomorrow.
Did we find out what y'all three, Marcus, Camus, and Katrina, were doing here? Like, why did you come here?
Nope.
Well, I'm going to ask if Marcus and Camus are gonna be here for a minute.
We
Y'all know the
were
whole story of why we're here.
we were asked to bring Irina here by her family.
Well, if they wanted you to bring her here, I can't imagine how bad it must be in the village of Barovia.
He was
Then-
attacked by undead in her own home.
They don't have the benefit of walls.
Well, I suppose that is one benefit. You're slightly less likely to be attacked by undead. Although, at the rate
Yeah.
this is going, I look around the plague camps. Soon enough, we might have enough dead inside the walls to pose a real threat.
Well, apparently this devil is all anyone can talk about. And yet I know nothing about him.
Metagame Pigeon, if only we had a journal that told us who this devil was.
I know his type. He's just a tyrant. Still, the
I mean,
people here do
everyone-
seem to be terribly afraid of him.
And I mean, everyone seems is going on about this you know who, but like, no, I don't know who. I haven't heard his name. I don't know what it is.
I believe we may know this devil's name, but can't legally speak it.
Can you write it down? It's bothering
Sure.
me. I'm sorry.
I just show her where I have it written down in my hunter's journal.
She's just like, his name is Strahd?
You shouldn't say it out loud here unless someone might hear you.
I suppose if you pronounce it like that, it's fine.
Jasmine, you hear someone approaching.
Yeah?
Several someones, in fact. Fuck, I clicked off of Roll20 for a second. Let me reload this. A man approaches, flanked by a couple of guards. Jasmine, you have met this guy before. He is the Baron's right-hand man, Isaac
Yeah,
Strasny.
Ah, Mr. Strausley, back at the camp again, I see. Can we help you? Well, I assume he's been here before.
Yeah,
If you said I know who he is and I've dealt with him before.
yeah. I'm just getting the guards. He's flanked by huge guards.
Humongous.
But for the rest of you,
They're
you're
still
getting-
quite huge. Those are still very large guards.
Yeah,
It's the lack of a proper grid.
Yeah.
I feel so tiny. I have the smallest
Yeah,
token
I mean-
here.
They're guards, they're supposed to be beefy.
Yeah. Although none of them are actually as beefy as this Isaac. The rest of you getting a look at him for the first time. There's two things that, so he's a big dude. But there's two things that are unsettling about him. The first is his right arm looks like a dragon. Like a dragon arm. It's scaly, red, huge claws, really chunky.
One might say the
Wow.
right hand of the right hand.
Yeah. Very monstrous. The second thing is he just has this really creepy smile. And something about his eyes.
I immediately don't like him.
Hello again. The Baron wishes to know if these people will be available for the festival. Jasmine, you're sort of in his face and preventing him from talking directly to the alchemist, so
Yeah, that's was what I wanted to do.
yeah.
I'm gonna deal with him because I'm, the cute one.
Rude.
Hey, hush. I want to sort of mockingly invite him to come in and take a look for himself, but the tone of asking him is like makes it seem very innocuous. But also, I know that he doesn't really want to come in here, probably. You're welcome to come in and take a look for yourself, Mr. Strasny.
Oh, I
You're
intend
doing
to.
our very best.
And he will push his way past you. The guards are a little bit more nervous, but they're also more afraid of Isaac than they are of this plague.
Damn, this dude is rough.
Guy's gonna spread COVID to the COVID denier governor.
I mean, TBH, I'm kind of hoping that's what's gonna happen. That's why I don't really mind him coming in here.
See, he needs that. And he will look at the fresh crate of supplies that you guys have dropped off. That's funny. I don't recall extra appropriations being approved.
Out of character, we bought those, right? But he still probably feels like he gets to be in charge of everything that gets sold around here.
Yeah. You made a direct deal with one of the local minor nobles after the Baron was like, no, you can't have any more. We're not gonna give you any more. You don't know where Vasily got them. You just know you need them. Where did you get these?
I will tell him that we're some adventurers who just came from out of town and we happen to have some medical supplies on us, and what did you know it? They needed them.
Roll deception.
This is gonna go poorly. Or maybe not.
Nice.
Well, he didn't roll a natural one, but is that so? Indeed, I don't believe we've been introduced.
Well, we only just arrived this morning.
And who are you, fine gentlemen?
Travelers. from the town of Barovia.
From the town of Barovia. Coming to seek safety within the walls of Vallaki,
In a sense, yes. At least temporary shelter.
He seems to be evaluating you, sizing you up.
We weren't going to stay for long, but then we heard about this wonderful festival coming up.
Yes, the
just-
Festival of the Blazing Sun.
We couldn't even imagine leaving before that.
I like you. The Baron might have a use for you.
Oh, will he now?
Yes, why... Why don't you come by the Burgomaster's mansion?
How convenient, we were planning to go there anyways.
We were. Out of character, right?
Yeah. To procure land for Irina.
Oh,
I
right,
think.
yeah, you're right. I had forgotten.
It was either that or I believe the name Wachter was mentioned.
Those two shits
Those
we
are
met in the
those are
tavern.
those are the two, yeah.
Yeah, those are the two
two.
shits we met in the tavern.
Well, the one shit and the okay dude.
Yeah.
Well, I
They were
can
both
tell
drunk at the
him we
time.
can pop by tomorrow with the rest of our group.
Splendid. The Burgomaster looks forward to your visit. Have a good evening. And he turns to
You
leave,
too.
as well.
but then stops and will look at Beatrix and say, "Oh, the Burgomaster has received your petition for masks for the infected. Your petition has been denied. But why?
Because the Burgomaster's a Republican. Sorry.
Because he has an ego.
We can't
wants
allow
to-
anyone to hide their pretty smiles behind a mask.
But you can give them Blazing Sun themes.
Roll persuasion.
Oof. I mean, it was just an idea.
A false smile on the outside can hide something far nastier within.
Thinking to myself, quite like that grin on your face. But I don't actually say that, but I'm thinking that.
Yeah, he's got kind of a... You know Ramsay Bolton from Game of Thrones?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. It's basically that.
Like I said, I immediately dislike this guy.
Well, until tomorrow. Beatrix is giving this very forced smile, but Marcus, you know, she's just waiting to start, like, cussing
Yeah.
as soon as he leaves. Which he does. And then she does.
I hate that man.
I'm gonna
Get
cozy up to you too
in
because
line.
you guys just got a direct line and invite into the Burgomaster's mansion, and I think that I should come with you.
Yeah, Jasmine, you're sort of just been here in Vallaki without anything really that you could do to help.
Yeah. I mean, I normally don't work for free, but
Well, in our line of work, we tend to get paid.
I'd like to join you, Marcus, but I'm needed here right now.
Well, at least I know where to find you.
Indeed.
Now I don't need to worry about that potion running out.
Ah, yes. Have you been taking it regularly?
Yes.
Remember, 2 drops every night.
Yep.
Has the rest of the party learned about this potion before?
Last session. Briefly.
You saw him. I think you saw him take it. I don't know if
I don't remember if it came up beyond
about.
that.
I don't think it came up, but you've seen him take it.
Okay.
I think you assumed he was just like putting something in his drink.
Gotcha.
Spiking his alcohol with yet more alcohol.
Yeah, I think that was what you guys sort of assumed.
Amos is gonna raise an eyebrow, but not actually say anything yet.
So yeah, do you all turn in for the night?
Yeah, we'll go back to the inn.
I'll
Alright.
stay here at the camp since I've kind of already got a place, but I'll meet y'all at
Yeah.
the mansion in the morning.
Sounds good.
Jasmine, you do not need to roll Constitution saves.
Yeah, I figure I've been here long enough.
Yeah, you've been here long enough. And Beatrix may have given you a potion.
Yeah. I'm sure you boys don't need me to sing you lullabies to sleep.
Thank you for the offer, but no, thank you.
What he said.
Elves like don't even sleep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
They just take long rests.
Slightly shorter long rests than yours.
Yeah. Oh, didn't mean to.
Speaking of
Alright.
long rests, I'm gonna head back to the inn.
Yep.
Got a long rest? Question mark.
Yeah. No, wolves come out of the trees. No, you get a long rest.
While we're in the inn, Camus is going to ask how you figured out, what's her name was a vampire.
Speaking of being in the inn,
I show Camus my mirror, and I tell him, vampires don't have reflections.
and you're upstairs, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that just from mirrors, or could it be like a reflection in the water, or
They don't have reflections. In any
is that a
surface.
sure thing for all vampires?
As far as I know, yes.
Good to know. Thank you. Good knowledge to have while here.
Yes. Also,
And question for the GM.
Yes.
The dagger that I have, I'm assuming it's not polished enough to be reflective,
No.
because it's just like a standard dagger? Okay. Good to know.
We never split up the 25 gold for
I put it in the party loot thing for dealing with after session.
24. It was 24 divided by 3, like... I forget.
8.
8. What if we each take 8 and then give the leftover 1 gold to the new party member? Probably the easiest way
Or
to...
you could just give it to Irina.
That works too. But yeah, each taking 8 is probably the right action. Just doing something else with the leftover. I'll take my 8 out of that.
I guess I'll do so as well.
And the other loot we can handle after the session, because that's like...
Mm-hmm.
Well, the night passes, you get a long rest, and the sun rises.
For what counts as sunrise here.
Maybe a bit difficult to tell, but it does rise.
Ow, that audio spike.
Sorry.
Anyway.
I assume you head downstairs?
I'm actually
Indeed.
going to be waiting outside the door to the boys' room as Camus wakes up. Or I'll attempt to get up early enough to sort of catch them on their way out.
You're up early.
Yeah,
I say, remembering how late you slept in the previous night.
I wanted to apologize to someone. I'll be downstairs shortly.
I will head down.
Yeah, I guess Camus will leave shortly after.
Camus,
Katrina?
I wanted to apologize for what happened last night. It's just... I have been told, and everyone here was there for that apparently, my personal history is something that is very much not to be shared in Barovia. And I took out my frustrations on you for saying a bit more than I thought you should have. So sorry.
Well then. It's your story to tell, not mine, so it's understandable, but I accept your apology.
Trina will just nod and say, "Let's go meet the others downstairs, shall we?"
One moment, if you please.
Okay.
GM question.
Yes.
Is one of the gemstones that we procured, the 100 GP gemstones, would that be reflective?
No.
No. Okay.
Just get a mirror.
Never
dude.
mind.
Marcus, you are the first to notice. The price of wine this morning is 10 times what it normally is.
What? How do wine prices go up so much overnight?
We're almost out of it, that's how.
Do you have water?
Yeah, we have water.
I think we'll take some of that then.
Why are you almost out of wine?
We're down to our last barrel. Less than that, even.
Well, you had plenty of wine yesterday. What happened? If I may ask.
Shipment's not coming in. You'd have to talk to Erwin to know more.
Who?
My husband.
Oh.
I can get him if you like.
Well, I don't know how much we're going to be able to do about that in the next day or two, but
A man needs his alcohol.
Alright, I'll go get him then.
Out of curiosity, what is the price for wine right now? Because I'm still gonna fucking pay it.
Okay. The pitcher is 2 gold. If you want a pint, they actually have 2 wines available. One is for 3 silver for a pint, and the top shelf is 1 gold for a pint.
I'll pay the 1 gold.
You get your pint.
Yes.
He pours you the pint and says, "There you go. Name's Erwin Mardukov."
I hear the wine shipment got delayed.
Missing. More like.
Do you know what happened to it?
Not being sent out.
That seems odd.
The latest shipment is overdue, as is the one before that.
and who are you procuring this wine from?
The
The
Wizard
wa-
of Wines.
Remember? I forget what the people are called. What are the...
The Vistani.
Yeah, the Vistani told us about him.
Hmm.
Well,
I'm afraid. I fear something may have happened at the winery.
let's hope not.
He seems to give you this, like, appraising look. Tell you what, you, seem fairly capable. If you can figure out what's going on and, return the wine, I can offer you free room and board.
Sure.
Maybe a free bottle.
How far is the Wizard of Wines place from here?
Well,
He's like, I can give you free room and board. Maybe a free bottle. Okay. We'll do it.
Also, is Arena gonna come with y'all to the Baron's mansion?
that is something to decide as a group.
I think since the main reason we wanted to meet with the Baron was to possibly secure a place for Irina to stay within town, yeah, she should probably come.
Yeah, exactly.
The Wizard of Wines is somewhere on the map. Let me just
The
double
wine
check
of
this.
wizards.
I don't want to select the wrong marker and give you guys the wrong location. So let me just make sure, double check real quick. Ares of Barovia. Yes, it is that.
It's not too far.
It is about
Wait,
two-thirds to
you
half
said it's here?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not where I guess.
Wait, I don't see a ping.
all the way to the left.
Oh, okay.
Is
Well, I mean, I guess if we decide to make our base of operations in Wallachia, it might be worth it. But if we're gonna be like going to Kresk, then it might not be worth it.
Is there a name for that on the map, like that you can show us, so we don't?
No.
No, there isn't.
Okay.
I think you guys can kind of see the names. There's like the white blurs.
Like this and this. And
Yeah.
this. I'm assuming this is the name of the lake.
We can't see the names themselves because they're on the GM layer, but
Yeah,
we
that's
can
the
see
name.
where
Well,
the
we
names
can see
could
where
be.
they're supposed to be.
As you know the name of this lake, I can actually give you guys that one.
Lake Zarovic.
I can give you this one too.
Anyway.
Also, most of these are just Svalich woods.
Yeah.
I'll give you those ones because
Filling out a map.
Yep.
Huzzah.
And you were here as well, although you didn't get the name, but it doesn't really matter. Alright. So yeah, that's your map.
Anito Burrito.
Cool. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to be able to handle it within the next few days, but the offer of room and board and alcohol is certainly, in my mind, worth it.
If there is a problem, and you manage to help, my family at the winery may have more to offer as well.
Your family, you say?
Yes, the winery is owned by the Mardukov family.
I see.
Wait, why do you need a winery if it's made by a wizard?
It's there isn't a wizard. There used to be a wizard.
If I remember correctly from the story, I think I read about this in the library. The ground was literally unarable, and this wizard made it not so. They made it fertile enough to plant grapes.
In this one spot. I think the
Yes,
Vistani left that part of the story out.
There is magic in the ground.
Quite literally.
If there is a problem at the winery, then there's a problem in Barovia. as the one source of alcohol. The one shudders to think what this land would be like without it.
I dare not imagine.
A land without
yes,
booze.
a problem in
absolute
Barovia. We've
anarchy.
never
What
seen
would they
that
want us to
before.
be? Sober? Ha!
Right, well, we probably shouldn't keep our new friend waiting. We did say that we were going to be meeting with the Burgomaster.
Yeah, although, you have time.
To eat breakfast.
Let's say you were given a, like an afternoon kind of,
Appointment.
yeah. I know Katrina mentioned maybe wanted to go to the library, so like you do have time to do that beforehand if you wish.
Okay. Yeah, sure, I'll head over there.
Alright. I assume you go fetch your newest companion from the camp.
Or I could
Yeah,
meet you guys at the inn.
Or
either
yeah.
way.
I will go find them if we're not going to the Burgomaster's just now and offer to
But she
take
has
them to the
already
library
found
for a bit.
us.
Oh, hey, wonderful. I don't believe we've been properly introduced. I'm Katrina.
Jasmine,
Lovely name.
thank you. Yours as well.
The rest of us are inside, but while we were waiting for our afternoon appointment, I was planning on going to the library in town. Did you want to come?
Sure, I have time. I'd laugh a little as I say that because, of course, it's obvious that I have time. What else would I be doing?
I'm going to poke my head back into the tavern where Irina and the two boys are still sort of finishing
our
off their meals and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, if you need us, we'll be at the library."
Sure.
And then we head off.
Understood.
Alright.
Oh. I was gonna ask the inn guy, a question.
Oh, okay, yeah. We can
I was just wondering if he knows about any dens of entertainment in town. Because Marcus remembered we had a clue about that.
Den of entertainment. Well, we have the festivals. I don't know if that's what you mean.
I see. Well,
Could you be more specific?
A man with a
well,
monkey.
I just don't want to tell him like I had a
That you have a fucking tarot card?
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell him what a tarot card told me. I'm gonna tell him that an acquaintance of mine told me to meet him at a den of entertainment in Vallaki.
Something about a man with a monkey.
And something about a man with a monkey.
Well, I don't know about... well... I think Blinsky has a monkey.
Where can I find this Blinsky?
He is a toy maker here in Vallaki. Perhaps the toy maker's shop is what your friend means?
Perhaps.
Is this some sort of some code? I know of the thieves' cant, but
No.
do not speak it. Is this?
My friend enjoys riddles.
I see. Well, that's the best answer I can give you.
Well, you've been very helpful. Have a good day, sir.
You too.
I'll be sure to let you know if we find out anything about the winery. And then I'll leave.
Thank you.
Because I finished my meal.
And he goes to talk to his wife about something.
I'll follow
They're
Marcus.
whispering.
I guess Irina also was done at this point. What do we do for the next however many time? You can also
well,
put us on the map now.
Yeah. Have a map.
I guess we can go see what they're up to in the library. If we have nothing
Yeah.
to do, you can do that.
As we're walking to the library, it's just me and Katrina. Pardon my
Yeah.
bluntness, but those two boys, Marcus and Camus, they don't really seem like your type.
Oh no, gods no, they aren't.
Oof.
Well, to be fair, she's probably not our type either.
Also,
unfortunate circumstances
I
brought
kid.
us together.
Oh, I don't know that they're so ugly I'd call it unfortunate.
I was talking about the mists.
You need to be more fun.
Ask me again after the festival.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind.
So you make it to the library.
How much was it again to head upstairs?
2 silver.
2 silver. I can pay for you if you'd like.
No, I've got it.
Okay.
Oh, it occurred to me last night. Did you find all the books you were looking for? Was there anything you needed?
Nothing that I needed to sort of take from the library, but I was hoping to read more up on those dragon people that seem to live here quite some time ago. Ancient Barovian history and the like.
Well, she looks at the book that she's reading.
Had occurred to me when we were at the library earlier this session that we never asked her what she was reading.
Yeah.
What are you reading, by chance?
Well, I'm allowed to read books from the library while I'm working, but technically I have to offer them to customers if they ask. So, if you wanted to read this yesterday, I'm sorry. I should have offered. Please don't get me in trouble.
I don't plan on it.
Okay. She does charge you the 2 silver and take you upstairs, because, well, she's allowed to bring them
Them's the
downstairs
rules.
to read. Yeah, you gotta follow the rules. It's a book on Argynvost. You
Is that-
remembered the name, I think. I think it was mentioned last time.
Yeah. That's
This looks.
one
yeah.
of the dragon people. Yes?
Yes, he was a silver dragon in old times.
Is it any
An
good?
ancestor of mine, I think. Actually. She shrugs. Yeah.
Well, I'm
Weird, right?
very sorry to interrupt your reading, but I might actually want to peruse that myself.
Okay. Just would you mind? She puts the bookmark in it and like.
Oh, of
Can you just
course.
keep that there? Thanks.
Of course.
Immediately removes bookmark.
No, I'm not going to be that mean.
I was joking.
Well, Jasmine, this is the library. Small as it is, it's the largest one I've found here in Barovia so far. So,
Well, that's one thing you can say about this town. It is large enough.
And here, she's mostly saying this to Jasmine because you're like new. She's like, here we
Yeah.
also sell spell books and wizard things.
And
If you are a
magic
wizard,
items.
and if you are not, we have spell scrolls available.
Hmm.
You can also sell scrolls to a. She trips on the. You can
You can
sell
also sell
scrolls.
spell scrolls.
she sells
Yeah.
spell scrolls by the seashore.
Yes.
So, can a person use any scroll that is on a class list that they have?
Yes, and if it's not on their class list, they have to make a check.
Okay.
Who had the scroll tube?
The one in Rictavio's tent?
Yeah.
I think we just sort of left it there under lock and key.
Okay.
Anyway, if Jasmine has anything they want to look up, they can go first. Otherwise, I'm interested in reading about Argynvost and the dragons.
I want to know about the nobility of Vallaki.
Oh, so I was just reviewing the loot. In Camus, there is a polished steel mirror in the
Yes,
wagon.
I was.
If you want it.
I was going to stop there later today. Or if we're going directly to the library.
Well, we could go there while they're in the library or something.
I'm the one with the key, so.
Right, we can't.
Right.
We're like, oh, let's go. Wait, wait, you have the key. We have to go meet you at the library.
It's on the way.
Anyway, you may carry on now.
So I guess we'll start with Jasmine. Yeah, you look at the history of Wallachian nobility. At the forefront of this is the Vallakoviches, the sons of Vallaki. They are a very old family that have basically been here since the city was founded. House Wachter is the other main one. And then there's a few other small ones, including the von Holtzes. Apparently the small noble houses all have like a von house name, but the big ones don't. But then like the ruler of this land is von Zarovich, so the Vons skip a step.
Nobility is weird.
It's weird. The book does sort of explain this a little bit in like how it's just like the history of various cultures mishmashed together as, you know, one conquers another. and that the Vlakoviches and the Wachters are sort of a holdover from pre-Strahd, it looks like. It's like not clear if the families themselves actually predate Strahd's arrival or if they're just channeling cultural traditions from that time.
Mhm.
The book does a really bad job at explaining that. Was there anything else you were wanting to look through or look for in the book?
Well, this probably wouldn't be the kind of thing that would be printed in a strictly sort of historical book, but like the relations between the families, how that's gone, have they been in conflict in the past, possibly the recent past?
Yeah, there's been conflict and rivalries, but there's also been like alliances and marriages. Like they're rivals, but they're also probably inbred with each other.
Damn.
Yeah, well, that's how it is.
You do also see references to marriages from burgomaster families from outside Vallaki throughout history. So there is some attempt at, like, you know, really keeping the genetics diverse.
Yeah.
Occasionally, there are what you assume to be adventurers from outside. Sometimes Marianne. Roll history. You see a name that you think you recognize. Like, you know, 300 years ago, there was a person and they married into the family. And you're like, I'm pretty sure that's a noble house name back home.
Yeah. That's not going to be of much help right now, though.
Rosenworth? It was like 300-400
What house
years
did they
ago.
marry into?
The Vlakoviches. It's just a Lady
That
Rosenworth.
might be useful later.
Yeah. You're like, huh, the miss must have gotten one of them back then.
I'm gonna pull on that thread a little. What is the family line from that point? Did she have a son and did he inherit?
Inherit the Vlakovich?
Yeah, sort of like
Yeah.
estate.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she had a son. He inherited Vlakovich. Married a von Holtz. Had a kid who married a Wachter.
Okay, but there's no, does that line continue into the present?
Yes.
It doesn't ever go to a niece or a nephew or a cousin at any point?
Yeah, it splits off. And like for a while it's one branch descending from that, but then another branch comes in.
Okay.
It
I'm
even
just trying to
goes-
see
it
if
even
there's
goes
any
to the
way I can
walkers a little
pull
bit.
that, like, if, like, a Rosenworth could technically have any sort of claim of more, like, genuine. What am I trying to say?
Having a claim to the outside somewhere.
No, having a. I mean, like, was inheritance of, like, the head of the family ever disputed at some point?
Loads of times. But it's always like been settled in hindsight.
Yeah.
Are you saying like a Rosenworth from outside could come in and have a claim?
Yeah.
You don't think so? Because they would have to be descended from the Lady Rosenworth who was here. But they would have to have then like been outside. You do pull on this thread and start trying to look. Give me an investigation roll.
Ooh.
You
Ouch.
you can't find anything on this person.
Oh well, worth a shot. I was just trying to see if I could pull on all that royalty stuff, like maybe, you know, she had a son, but then her son didn't have any children, so it went to like a cousin, but then I could say, oh, well, you know, Lady Rosenworth had a child before she got to Barovia, and then I'm, you know, the first
Oh, I
daughter of the
see what you're
first son of the
saying.
first son of the first son. You know, yeah.
That is an interesting point. You don't see any evidence of that, but you just can't find anything.
Okay.
You do think that if this were to be the case, she would have to have probably been a widow,
Yeah.
or until death do us part, until trapped in mist fucking forever do us part.
Yeah.
It's possible. You don't have any information to. It's just speculation for you, but it is possible.
Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind.
Katrina, you have a book.
You have a book. It's a book about dragons.
Yeah. So, Argynvost was a silver dragon who sort of led the uprising against the previous dragon ruler. You actually see the name of that dragon printed in this book. You didn't see it before. It is Nildrenon,
Mildrenon.
and I can spell that for you. Nildrenon.
Mildrenon.
You think is the pronunciation. You don't speak Draconic.
No, I do not.
That's just your best. You don't know if you're overpronouncing it or if you're just giving it a very Barovian pronunciation. You don't know. But that is the name.
Okay. After this uprising, what became of Argynvost and their followers?
He established a mansion to the west of here, by the looks of it, and founded an order of knights called the Order of the Silver Dragon to...
Okay.
They were sort of his cohorts in the uprising, but they sort of stayed as an order of knights to defend the land from like future tyrants. because
It
he was
does-
very like, oh, just because we won now doesn't mean that tyranny is defeated forever.
and I have
eventually,
not.
of course, Strahd
I-
came in one day,
Yes.
and he fought. He was his order of the Silver Dragon was like one of the main military resistances that Strahd encountered. And there are a number of writings actually included in this book, like excerpts from journals written by his lieutenants and by the dragon himself.
You said I was in a house?
A mansion.
Oh. Is that perhaps a dragon's house that a treasure lies within?
Possibly. That's not why I'm asking, but
Sorry, you were reading the description and made me think of that clue.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to show up at the library around this time.
I'm sure Goodsky
Yeah, I
can
guess.
let you upstairs.
2 silver, please.
Sure.
They will pay as well.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll stay down in the shop and ask Marcus to just bring me down the key.
Yeah.
All right.
You
Marcus,
ask,
you
I
come
will
up.
give you the key.
Marcus, do you come up right as Katrina is reading this segment? She sort of reads aloud, I guess, unless you really don't
Your
want to.
mom-
I mean, I find it interesting segment, and I think possibly Jasmine might enjoy hearing about as well,
Okay.
and I'll be like reading it aloud for her.
And I'm
Okay.
like, oh, that sounds kind of like that one we had.
And that might also be why I thought it was interesting.
And then I'm like, anyway, Camus and I were gonna go sort through that wagon, and we needed the
Oh.
key.
Yeah, I suppose you would need this then. I'll sort of take the key out and hand
Maybe
it
we'll
over to
take care of that body too,
you. Yes, that would be...
before it
Why?
stinks up the place.
I would prefer to get that dealt with before we leave town.
Wait.
Katrina, you reach the part with the bookmark,
Okay.
and you find it's an excerpt written, or it is a quote attributed to Argynvost in like the waning days of the war against Strahd. And it is just a really good line. In reflection of like the dark times that, with von Tsarevich's invasion,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like this was a speech, maybe to his men or to his people. You're not really sure. You've sort of skimmed up to this point, but you read the line.
And then I'm just like, whoa, that line was solid gold. Let me just read this entire speech.
Yeah. As
what
dark
line?
times loom ahead, fear not, for as long as I lay my head in rest in Argynvost Holt, my light will shine upon Barovia, or upon the old name of the land that is now called Barovia.
The lands of Svalak.
Yes. My light shall shine upon the Svalak.
Fascinating.
It's a good line, but you're like, well, not much light shining.
Yeah.
So much for that. Unless what little of the sun that is even seen at all is... That's maybe reading too much into it.
Yeah.
Or too speculating too hard. You don't know. But it's a cool line.
I'm gonna sort of skim a bit further past that, see if there's anything beyond that. Because this speech was given in, like, Argynvost's waning days, so I assume they die fairly soon
A
after.
bit before the final battle. Yeah. So there was a big-ass final battle. Strahd won, crushed him, killed Arganvos. He died in
Oof.
this battle. And then Strahd paraded his corpse around as a trophy for days. There's a whole thing apparently.
Fun.
Boys will be boys.
Well, I mean, I assume Strahd and this dragon were more or less mortal enemies for decades.
The war only lasted about 1 decade.
A decade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it mentioned a mansion. It mentioned it was to the west of here. Was there a specific like location on the map for it, or no?
It just says west.
Somewhere to the west.
Yeah.
Okay. I will go downstairs and, without stepping down the last of the steps, making sure that I am still like allowed back upstairs, I will sort of mention that I'm finished reading the book if you wanted to get back to it.
Yeah, it really only mentions that like, oh, he came to the he traveled east to the aid of Valakovich and his forces.
Which means that Valakovich and his forces were east of Arganvost.
Yes. Also, that Valakovich is a name that predates
Yeah.
Strahd, apparently. You're
Jesus
like,
Christ.
oh, Jasmine, I found the answer to that question you had in this book.
Yeah. The Valakoviches are fucking old as a family.
Yeah, this
That
book
is
is way
fascinating.
better written than the one Jasmine is reading.
Anyway, I will go.
I'm surprised information like that is allowed to exist.
Well, from what I understand, the current burgomaster does not particularly enjoy the existence of this library, but he keeps it around because of his son.
It's also kept afloat through donations from certain individuals.
Including the fucking vampire we met last session.
Yes.
Anyway, I will give Goodsky her book back, and I'll mention the line that's at the bookmark and say, damn good line.
Right?
Can't help but notice there isn't much light shining above Barovia right now, but sure is nice to think about.
Yeah.
You mentioned you thought you were descendants of Arganvost or his people.
Yeah, I am of the old dragon blood.
Well, whatever answers you seek within this tome or others like it,
Ah, so she's a sorcerer.
I hope you find what you're looking
Yes.
for.
Yes, she is a sorcerer.
Just gonna repeat my line in case it was like talked over. Whatever answers you hope to find in this tome or others like it, I hope you find what you're looking for.
I think she
Thanks.
just wants some reading material while she's working.
Maybe that mostly.
I assume our meeting with the burgomaster is soon.
Um.
Well, we're still dealing with the wagon right now.
Yeah,
so.
you can sort of pan over to what they're doing at this point.
Yeah. So Marcus and Camus. And I guess Irina is with you, or is Irina?
I guess. Well, she
With the
stayed
girls
with the
in the
girls in the
library.
library.
She's probably staying with the girls.
Fair.
Marcus and Camus. It's like now, high noon. You are It is the time of day where you are definitely convinced it is daytime here. There is no doubt. It's not a sunny day by any means, but like it's unambiguously not night. And there are people about. There's sort of crowds hustling and bustling everywhere. This seems to be the time of day where people do all of their business. Both of you roll perception, please. Some people bump into you.
Are they pickpockets?
With that perception roll, yes.
Do I catch them before they take anything?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the person's hand and be like, damn it, I can't think of a good one-liner. I'm just like, hey, keep your hands to yourself, buddy.
Alright. Alright, fine. They, it's actually like 3 people. Or it's a group of 3 people. And the guy that you caught is like, goes back to the rest of his group.
I'm gonna keep watching them until they leave. Or until we are out of sight of them.
Alright.
Can't catch a break here.
So it seems.
Do you still have the key on you?
I would have given it to you, yeah.
I'm assuming I still have the key.
You check.
I mean,
Check all your belongings.
yeah, I would have, but I also would have checked the dude before letting him go to make sure he didn't take
Yeah.
anything. Do I still have the key?
You still have the key.
That's good.
You do notice, however, your mirror is missing.
God damn it. But I mean, I would have not let him go before making sure I had everything.
You missed it.
But I mean, I fucking checked him.
He didn't have anything. Your best roll insight. You think that maybe while you were busy with him, one of the others managed to nag the mirror.
Are they still there?
No, they've hurried off.
I like checked it immediately.
You do see them, but they are like crossing the road, rounding a corner. They're kind of hurrying.
That's stupid. Why are you doing this to us?
Welcome to Vallaki. Camus, you are not missing anything.
Okay.
Hold on, check. think I have like a thing I can use.
If you hunters mark him, I think you can then like track where he goes
Yeah,
if he's within sight of, or if you have sight on him, you can use
yeah,
hunters
but he said I
mark and then
could.
you can track him.
He did say I could still see them, so I was looking
Yeah.
for. I was looking for. I knew I had a thing that allowed me to do that. I was just didn't remember if it was Hunter's Mark.
So you cast Hunter's Mark on this asshole.
Yeah, because fuck him. Yeah, I'm gonna cast that. I think, yeah.
And which one of the three are you casting it
Wait,
on?
this doesn't say that.
I thought it was a thing of hunter's mark.
It's something in
I
like
might be wrong.
I know I have a feature or a spell that lets me do that. I'm just trying to find it. But it doesn't say that in the.
Hmm.
You have advantage on checks to find them.
Yeah, that's the only part that might. But I thought I had something that like let me directly track them. But
I mean, you can do skill rolls for that.
yeah, I'm just double checking my features. Yeah, I think that's the only thing I have. But I'm still casting that. Because that's my best option, I think. So I do so.
Are you doing it on the guy that you caught or one of the other two?
Whichever one I can see before they get away.
You can see all of them for a split second.
Well, I'll do it on one of the other two since.
Give me a. Give me a d20.
For what?
For reasons.
Well, 15 is not bad.
Yeah. You cast it on one.
I'm gonna run to the alley they disappeared in. And I guess I roll perception with.
Do you want
Yeah.
backup?
Probably.
Okay, I'll come with you.
I've been wronged.
You start running. And they try to blend into the crowd as they round the corner, but you still see them. You still see all three of them, yeah.
Come here, you little thieves.
Shit. They start dashing.
I pursue.
They oh, they have yeah, they're going to scatter. Although you have the one marked. But they hit an intersection. Right. If you're chasing him from like here, one will run off that way, one will run that way, one will start running that way. They have cunning action.
Fucking rogues.
So they bonus action dash and then standard action dash.
So they're just booking it out of there.
They're booking it, yeah. What do you do?
I apologize. I didn't prepare hold person today.
There's another mirror in the cart. That's what you were going for anyway, I assume. Among other things.
We had 2 mirrors and now we only have 1 again.
Is a mirror that expensive?
I'm just salty at this guy for taking my shit.
Well, yeah, I would be too.
He's moving faster than you, but he still is in range of most range stuff if you want to do a range thing.
I feel like if I shoot him with my bow, I'm gonna get in trouble.
I assume he is outside of 30 feet.
He's outside. He's presently 120 feet, but you can move 30 now.
Yeah.
I
With
can
the
move
5
35.
times markup, a
Yeah.
steel mirror would be 25 gold. I assume, given that this is Barovia and
That's a
the
lot.
people who don't want you to have mirrors really don't want you to have mirrors, it's probably going to be considerably higher than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's 120 feet away before your turn's movement.
Yeah, the only spell that I have that could potentially help is Charm Person, which only works in 30 feet.
Mm.
I guess. Yeah, Mold Earth is also a range of 30 feet, so I can't just drop them. 60 feet. No, he's still outside of 60
I'm
feet.
like, stop, thief, and I shoot him with my longbow.
All right. Roll to hit.
Dang.
You're going to get arrested.
I completely miss.
Do you have advantage? Is that supposed to be advantage?
To turn it off.
So that's a 7.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You miss. And yeah, he's just gonna keep booking it.
Oh,
I grabbed my arrow off the ground as actually. So.
You said 120 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to move my 35 feet. Then I am going to bonus action Misty Step an additional 30 feet. So that now he is within 55 feet of me.
Yes.
While he is within 55 feet of me, I am going to use Mold Earth directly
Wait.
in...
I think you can only cast one
wait.
non-cantrip spell in a round.
Mold Earth is a cantrip.
Never mind. Continue.
Oh, wait a second. Mold Earth is 50.
He's just
Fuck.
looking back as this arrow flings past his head and he runs into a slab of dirt.
I thought there was... Oh. Oh, damn it. Fairy Fire's actually a... Damn it.
What?
Okay, so I can use Mold Earth 30 feet away from me, but that only puts me
90 out of 120. Or 95. rather.
95. The only other thing that I could do is a leveled spell, which I can't do because I already bonus action Misty Stepped.
So you did Mold Earth?
No. It turns out Mold Earth wouldn't work because
Okay.
it doesn't have the range.
Alright.
It would depend on who moves first in the initiative. If I could actually catch up to them.
I mean, we can roll that real quick. Hey, it's a token. We're on it. Everyone has gone once anyway, so that works.
Jesus Christ, a 30? Oh, that's for you.
Well, that sure is a crit. +5 plus alert? Jeez.
Marcus, you're up. He's, I think, 90 feet away from you now? Assuming you moved 30 feet while shooting him with a longbow?
Move 30, shoot, that would put him 90 feet away, yeah.
Although you had to take out the longbow. Isn't that a... Is that a bonus action or a movement action?
I don't know.
Interact with item. You get one of those free, I think, if we're being really
Okay.
rules nitpicky.
Okay, yeah, then you're 90 away from him. You can shoot him again.
Yeah.
If you hold until I do a spell, we might be able to do this non-violently.
What was that?
If you hold your action to attack until after I perform a spell, we might be able to take care of this non-violently.
Okay.
Alright, so then Camus.
I am going to move an additional 35 feet as my movement action, which should put me within 30 feet of him now.
Alright.
I am going to charm person.
Alright. DC 15, what is this, a wisdom save?
Correct.
Wisdom save. Rolled a 4. So, yeah.
He stops running.
Alright. He's like, wait a minute, why am I running from this guy? He's my friend.
There we go. And now you can be like, oh, hey, can I have my thing back? Or if he doesn't have it, like, yo, let's go meet up with our other friends and you can give me my shit back.
Yeah, I'll follow that lead. You wouldn't happen to have my friend's mirror, would you?
Yeah, I got it off of him.
Can I have it back, please?
You're, not gonna rat me out to him, yeah?
No, of course not.
Yeah, alright.
This is so dumb.
I love it. Meanwhile, Jasmine and I are like back at the library. I wonder what they wanted to get from the cart. Maybe we should go meet up with them, see what they were doing.
They are taking a while.
Yeah, he hands it back to you. He's like, it's a shame though.
He's like, what?
It's a shame, but yeah, here you go.
What's a shame?
That he has to give up the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure you'll find another like it soon enough. And I'll give him 2 gold for his trouble.
What?
He cooperated eventually. It's 2 gold.
Yeah, if you say so.
You're not
Now,
gonna rat me out to
kindly-
the person who's also like right here now.
Yeah. He's like, thanks.
Now, kindly get the hell out of here and never let me see your face again.
And quit being a punk.
Oh man, is that any way you treat a friend?
Yeah, he looks a little sad, but it's like, okay. Oh, this isn't concentration. This is just for a whole hour.
Yep.
Go be sad for an hour.
You don't want to sell me
Remember,
testing.
I
Yes,
know where
yes.
you are for the next hour.
Would
Yeah.
trash talking him be considered harmful?
Depends how sick the burn.
Oof. Anyway.
But yeah, he leaves.
Damn
You
cart.
proceed back. Yeah, you proceed back to the cart now.
Yeah.
I think at this point, maybe the 3 of us are like waiting and be like, what the fuck? We thought you were here.
Pickpockets.
Right.
Yeah, it's been long enough with that diversion.
Pickpockets, man.
Anyway.
You unlock the cart.
Yeah. I don't even remember why we were coming here.
I wanted
Possibly
a
to
mirror.
deal with the saber-toothed tiger corpse, also to get
Yeah.
the mirror from inside.
Right. I've been putting strike-throughs on the loot list as people have been taking it.
So yeah, you get the second mirror. I assume Camus picks it up because you were.
He wanted it. Yeah.
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 The one who-
Does anyone else want anything in here while we're here?
I think we're good.
Oh,
I imagine most of this, like, vampire hunter gear we can just leave in our cart until we need them.
Do we actually want the scroll tube?
I could use a short sword. Is a short sword a light weapon?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a one-handed
Yeah, I
weapon.
could use one. So that I can do a dual wielding.
It's all yours. I already have a silvered short sword.
None of the rest of us can make any use of it.
Nice.
I marked it as crossed off.
So were you taking the bone scroll tube?
I don't think any of us particularly showed an interest in it, so I think that's staying in there.
Well, Camus mentioned it. Or,
I was just
well,
wondering in
yeah.
case we want to, like,
Look at it,
Actually-
investigate, sell it.
actually get, like, spell scrolls.
Oh yeah, we could definitely like store them in there, but I don't think any of us particularly wanted to buy spell scrolls just yet.
Yeah, we can leave it here until we actually buy spell scrolls.
Okay.
That's fair. Is there anything in it, or is it just an empty tube right now?
You open it up and check, and yeah, there is. There's 2 spell scrolls. One is
Ooh.
protection from fiends. One is
Good and evil.
protection from undead.
Are those like 2 like potent sub variations of protection from good and evil?
Is that really not a spell?
The spell you're thinking of is protection from good and evil, and it does both of those.
This is just from the book. Okay, fine. It's 2 scrolls of evil of good and evil.
That's super useful.
Yeah, because not all of us. Like, I have that spell, but.
I blame Wizards of the Coast for this one.
So 2
Yes,
scrolls of
seriously.
protection from good and evil.
I wonder if they were 2 different spells in an older edition and they just
Maybe.
didn't update
Probably.
it correctly.
Yeah, there's protection from energy, protection from evil and good, protection from poison, and that's it. In 5e.
Does anyone want those scrolls, or do we just leave them in the tube?
I mean, if we have them on our class list, then we can cast them without using a spell slot.
Yeah.
That's very true. Does
I
anyone else
happen to
have
have
a...
it on my
Protection
class
from
list.
evil and good is cleric, paladin, warlock, wizard, and some variant druids.
And ranger.
Yeah, the revised ranger, yes.
Well, in that case, if any of you wanted to take the spell scroll case with you, we can go ahead and do that. But beyond that, I think we should lock up and head to the Burgomaster's.
Are you going to do something about that beast?
We'll take care of it as soon as we finish our meeting with the Burgomaster.
How long would it take us to just drag the corpse immediately outside the walls and then mold earth to give it a proper burial?
I mean,
Because we're like right near.
Yeah, I guess
yeah,
if
it's
we
like
just
right there.
cover it with a sheet, so people don't ask questions.
Isn't this also an exit?
Don't think so.
Like, why would there
Oh,
be a
no, it
road
is.
going
Going
out?
out of it.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, let's just do that. Take it out
Alright.
that way.
How are you moving this thing?
I mean, I can help with telekinesis, but also I want to lock up the cart as soon as the beast is out, just so that nobody gets in while we're gone.
Alright.
Right.
And then we'll be requesting that key back.
Who's taking the tube?
Probably Camus should. He's the one who casts spells.
Okay, Camus, have this.
Okay.
But other than that, we can lock it up.
I assume we do so. I ask for the key back.
Sure.
Wonderful.
Alright. You reach the gate. The guards see you telekinetically carrying this tiger
Helping
corpse.
with telekinesis, not carrying it entirely. It's just mage hand.
Yeah,
And we covered
okay.
it with a sheet.
They're like, what is that? What are you doing?
We are resolving a problem that was. We are resolving a problem.
We're taking care of a quest or a job for
What problem? There are no problems in Valaki.
We're just.
We are ensuring that all is well in
We're-
Valaki.
That is not your responsibility, citizen.
As I was trying to say, we're
It's yours then. Do you want to go outside and bury this thing?
we're completing a job for the owners of the stockyard.
A likely story.
Actually,
You can ask them
he's
yourself.
right.
We
You can
bought the
ask
carnival
them.
wagon from them.
What manner of monster is this? Was this?
A saber cat that was in a wagon.
How do I know it's not a werewolf? Huh?
Pull the sheet over for the head. Does that look like a werewolf to you?
Let's see. This guard is going to make some kind of int check. If I can find the guard.
It's going to be put in the ground regardless.
Well, he's like, yep, that's Sabercat. I actually know my Sabercats.
Like, back when Rictavia was performing, I went to one of his shows and I saw this exact cat. Shame to see it dead.
Yeah. No, I actually majored in Sabercat biology.
Nice.
No wonder you became a guard.
Yeah, there's no opportunities for Sabercat biologists.
Damn.
I never thought I'd see one in person.
I didn't even know there were universities in Barovia.
There aren't.
Ah, so you're
I went
you're
to
an
the
outsider.
library. No, I went to the library and then I read about a book about it. And then at the end of the book there was a little cutout diploma
That's
for reaching
not
the
the
end
same
of
as. That's not the same as major.
it. It's all I have.
Well,
I'm genuinely sorry. We need to
He
go outside
lets
and
you
bury this
pass.
thing.
Yeah.
I like this guard.
What's your name, friend?
My
We're
name
not
is
gonna-
Ivan.
Damn it! I knew you were gonna say Ivan.
We're not gonna remember this guy. We're not making Ivan a mascot for the
Goblin
party.
the Goblin.
No. Ivan will not be the boblin for this campaign.
Oh, now we need a pet.
You could just ask someone to raise this cat.
Let's not. Let's go bury it, and then we can
We
be
go
on our way.
outside. The two people with mold earth.
Yeah, I imagine. Instant burial.
Right, now that
As you come back, the guard is like, "What's your business in Vallaki?"
you literally just saw us.
Look, I know, but I have to say it, okay?
We are coming back inside after burying the thing that we went to go bury. And we
Okay.
have a meeting with the burgomaster.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so? He opens the gate for you.
Have a good one, Ivan.
Remember, all is well in Vallaki.
All is well.
All is well.
All is well.
Irina
like-
will also say all is well.
Rib Jasmine in the chest a little bit. Should say the thing.
Oh,
Make us
all
look
is
bad.
well. Yeah, okay.
Anyway. We've dealt with the thing.
The burgomasters then.
That is...
It's about time.
Where is that on this map?
It's one of these two.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that is here. So you pass through the town square, because this is like... Yeah, that's the fastest way to get there. As you pass through the square, you see a bunch of people strung up. Or, in stockades.
Oh, I was about to say, did they like hang people or something?
No, they're living. They have.
That's good. Is that one guy who didn't have enough decorations in there?
Yes, he is.
Damn it.
Why are the stockades here in the town square rather than at the stockyard? Like, isn't it literally called the stockyard?
I think they wanted to send a message.
A few of the people in stockades, you notice, are coughing. Like a lot.
That's just great.
Probably patients of your friend who were caught not attending a festival.
So it would seem.
You also see a number of flyers. Just like littered on the floor. They say, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendance and children required. Pikes will be provided. All is well."
This
What?
is
Alarming.
not, and also not the Blazing Sun Festival.
You see one of these Wolf's Head Jamboree posters plastered on a wall, and on top of it is another poster that says, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Festival of the Blazing Sun. Attendance and children required. Rain or shine, all will be well."
Why do I get
It's
the
fine.
feeling
We have
that
to find
something's
a
gonna go
child
up?
and bring them.
I think it's more if you have children, you have to bring them.
Ah.
Something bad's gonna happen, I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Are these two festivals listed as being at the same time or on the same day?
One's just an older festival,
Okay.
because they're like having festivals all the time.
You have noticed when you are at the gates and at the gate just now, they do have they still have wolf heads on pikes decorating the wall.
That would probably explain the old flyers.
Just the fact that it says "all will be well" makes me feel like it's gonna go horribly wrong.
Oh,
I
seriously.
mean, instead of saying "all is well" like the other ones.
Mm-hmm. Either way.
Let's keep going.
You proceed. And you reach the Burgomaster Mansion.
I feel like we're really not gonna like this guy.
Oh no, I almost certainly won't.
Let's try
I'm
to get
just scared
along
that
for
there's a
now.
map for it.
You guys can all see.
Yes, we're down there at the bottom.
I
Can
gotta
you
zoom
like
out a little
shift
because I
ping
was so
there?
zoomed in on the big map.
Oh,
Yeah, same
yeah.
for me. Thank you.
The mansion has walls of plastered stone that display many scars where the plaster has fallen away from age and neglect. You see that drapes cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double
Oh
entrance
no.
door.
Well, we're here.
I
And
don't
they are
like the fact
expecting
that
us.
it's draped over every window. Well, shall we go inside?
Or at least knock.
You knock.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock, motherfucker.
FBI, open up.
A maid opens the door.
Hello.
And where is... I have so many things open. Hello?
What was the guy's name from yesterday?
Isaac.
Isaac?
Isaac.
Yeah, we were invited for a meeting with the Burgermeister by Isaac, whatever his name was.
Isaac
Grosny.
Strahd?
Yeah, that guy.
I was not there, but you told me his name, presumably.
Yes, yes, come in. And she leads you in.
I look around as we walk to get a sense of the place.
So you do.
Nice. Does anything seem off about the place?
Looks very old. Framed portraits on the walls. Wide staircase with a sculpted railing. And a long carpeted hall attached to the foyer that stretches almost the length of the entire mansion and has several doors leading away from it, including one on the far end. You also see bundles of twigs.
Weird. What's that about?
Do the twigs smell like anything? Are they a particular kind of wood? Hello?
Hello.
GM?
Did internet things happen? Because we can't hear you anymore.
Could be his parents walked in.
Welp.
I mean, they're not muted in Discord, so...
Connection Y, he says.
Yeah, and he dropped out of roll 22, so...
Well, that's inconvenient.
Certainly.
Well, scene break.
Yep. And
So
now
do we
he's
want to
out of
murder this guy?
Discord. Yes. Probably not immediately, but yes.
Yeah. It's hitting too close to home. But at least in this world, you can actually beat up the lawmaker.
Vent your frustrations. Hello, hello.
Okay, sorry about that.
No worries.
No worries.
It happens.
What was the last thing that I said before?
You told us there were bundles of twigs, and then we were asking, like, what's up with the bundles of twigs, and then no response.
We heard about the hallway and the door at the far end
Okay.
as well.
Okay, so you've heard everything, basically.
And then we were like, what's up with the twigs?
You don't
What's
know.
the deal
I asked if
with all
they-
these twigs?
Do they have a specific scent? Are they a specific type of wood? Or are they just sticks?
They just seem to be sticks. It is pretty strange.
Can I be like, oh, what's with the sticks to the maid?
For the festival.
Oh,
The
I see.
Blazing sun, yes?
Yes. They will be burned.
Ah, I see.
This way.
Neat. Is it dark inside?
Kinda, yeah. And she leads you...
I have a
Jasmine, are you
suspicion.
Fifth
coming?
room.
Yeah. Walking around these sticks.
I dragged Irina's token for us.
Cool.
Because we all have control over that now.
Mhm.
She leads you to this door. And we'll open it.
Is that a door?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a door
Alright,
north
I
and
see
south here,
now.
north and south here, and then one at the far end.
It says, the burgomaster will be with you shortly. Please, come in.
Rena will take a seat.
It's a cozy carpeted den with padded chairs and couches that line the walls. It reeks of pipe smoke, and on the east wall is the mounted head of an angry-looking brown bear.
I see that.
So I believe we have two orders of business here. One is whatever Isaac wanted of you two. Shame I wasn't able to meet him myself. He sounds like a right asshole.
That's one way
But-
to put it.
The second order of business, if I'm not mistaken, is if Irina still wants to stay here, finding a plot of land for her to live in.
Yes, that is correct.
I'm not sure she wants to stay here. Like, I get that, I have Jasmine now, so I don't get to roleplay her anymore, but I don't know.
I mean, we can ask her.
Eventually, a man comes through the door.
I immediately don't like the way he looks.
He is followed by two hounds.
Doggo. Are they armored?
No, I guarantee you those are some cop dogs right there.
Bruce.
They are mastiffs.
Do they have armor on them? Or is that just
Um,
a picture?
I feel like
That's
that's just
what-
the picture.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely have armor in the picture.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a little bit of armor.
Anyway.
Just like around, it's like armored collars, I guess. You must be the outsiders that Isaac spoke of.
That's us.
What brings you to our fair city?
I guess we'll tell him that, we were hired to transport the daughter of the burgermeister of Barovia village here.
Hi. Irina says. It me. I see. Tell me, what news do you have of my good friend Kolyan?
That's the name of the Barovia burgermaster, right?
Yeah.
Is he your father?
Irina's father.
Yes. That's what I was asking, but yeah.
I mean, we know that. We met him.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't, but
Just confirming that.
Irina will answer. He's
No
dead.
longer with us.
That is unfortunate. I'm sorry for your loss, my dear.
Yes, the village of Barovia has been suffering attacks from the undead for a long enough time now that it is no longer safe for Irina. At least her brother believed so.
But you've got some nice walls here.
Yes, here in Vallaki, we have our walls and our
I'm
happiness.
trying to spin
Keep
it
the
so
devil
that
at bay. It was wise of you to bring her here.
There is the question of if she is to be staying here, where?
I believe we can come to an arrangement. In exchange, however, I will need you to do something for me.
is this what Isaac asked us here
Isaac
for?
tells me you seem fairly capable.
Yeah, you could say that. We can handle ourselves.
And as outsiders, you have no present political ties.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Personally, I like to keep things that way, but
There can be no neutrality. You are either with the people of Vallaki, or you are with the devil.
I didn't imagine that was a
well, we're
political
definitely
matter.
the people of Philaki.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. We have a problem you may be able to help with. A problem by the
This is
name
the part
of...
you could be snarky and be like, I thought there were no problems in Barovia. But obviously, that's not a good thing to say.
The time.
Yeah, I know.
We have a problem. A problem by the name of Lady Fiona Wachter. I believe she is plotting against me.
The woman we met in the library who was a vampire, did we get her name?
Valeria von Grimm.
Okay, so not. Okay.
Lady Wachter is one of the other more prominent nobles within Vallaki.
Yeah,
Right.
she's the mother of the two dudes we met, right?
The two drunkards
Yeah.
in the inn. I have to ask, what suspicions do you have against Lady Fiona Wachter? Other than, like, what evidence have you found that leads you to this notion?
Evidence. Evidence is where you come in. I believe she sits at the center of a grand conspiracy. I would like you to meet with her and confirm this. You will deliver the evidence, and in return, I will arrange a place for you to stay.
And what if there is no evidence?
The evidence is there.
We'll
Of that, I have no doubt.
we'll take a look and then get back to you on that. Well, I'll try to set up a meeting, sure.
Good, good. In the meantime, I believe the old bakery should suffice, yes.
For...
Your lodgings, of course.
That is
and
most gracious.
Is there like a place to live in there?
Yes, the old Blasco family bakery.
Oh, I see. It's like a place where there's a business downstairs and the lodgings upstairs.
Yes, it has been abandoned for a few years now. Following the disappearance of poor Valentina. She left the safety of our walls, you see, and never came back.
I see.
A foolish mistake.
I can't imagine why she would want to leave.
Nor can I.
I have my theories, but I don't vocalize this.
Yes, I believe we can get that furnished up for you. Perhaps after the festival.
Sure.
In the meantime, I wish you the best of luck.
Alright.
And Isaac can see you out. Unless you have any further questions.
No, I think that's it. Have a good day, sir.
And you too.
I will stand up.
There is something I would like to ask before we depart. Other than your suspicions of Lady Wachter, what can you tell us about her? You two do seem to be the most prominent noble families here in Vallaki.
He, as he's, moving to stand up, he, sort of sits back down.
I'll do the same. Or I'll just lean on the edge of the couch here.
Lady Wachter despises my family. To put it bluntly. Our families have always been rivals, and while we attempted to solidify a secure alliance with a marriage between our children, that arrangement soured. Lady Wachter, I'm afraid, blames me and my family for this. Clearly the fault lies in her daughter's emergent madness. But there can be no reasoning with her, I'm afraid. Now Fiona has become a spiteful creature. She would tear down our very walls and destroy the fabric of our society, just to spite me.
That does seem rather excessive.
Thank you for the information you were able to provide us. We will look into it and return as soon as we can with what news we can find.
I have a question. If this rivalry is as fierce as you say, and it's possible she has plans to harm you in some way, perhaps it may be best to not hold a festival. A lot of damage could be done at such a... We wouldn't want... And, well, not to hold it, but to postpone it, perhaps. We wouldn't want her spitefulness to have an opportunity to ruin such a beautiful gathering.
He gives you one of the most grave looks you have ever seen.
Oh boy, I tried.
You are an outsider. Thus I will forgive you of your horrendous ignorance but this once. Our festivals are the only thing holding Vallaki together. And he stands up. Morale is everything.
Okay, got it.
To cancel the festival would be to invite the devil in. Sorry about that. Morale has kept the devil out and will continue to do so. The festivals will continue.
Alright then. Well, we'll get out of your hair
Okay.
now.
And he exits, his dogs in tow.
Well, I certainly disagree with
Well, he seems to be a very pleasant fellow.
I disagree with the way he runs the town, but at least he seems to be doing a decent job of it.
We can talk about this outside.
Agreed.
Waiting for this guy to show us out.
You disagree with the burgomaster's wise policies.
Ah, you must be Isaac. Pleasure to meet you.
What is it you disagree with, pray tell?
This is why I wanted to have this discussion outside.
The maid is just, cleaning a wall, making a point not to.
God, I just want to stab this guy.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to.
We're merely outsiders and have no idea the
We're still
what am I trying
adjusting
to
to
say?
the customs here.
I overstepped in my assessment. Forgive me.
Roll persuasion.
Nice.
Of course. Well, follow me.
Y'all need to open a window in this place.
Wide Putin
faked.
meme.
Oh lordy coming.
Have a good day.
He gives you directions on where you can find the walk to your house.
We know where it is.
Good day, and good luck.
We had the unfortunate pleasure of running into his sons at the inn.
Is that so?
Yeah, sure.
Either way. Good day.
Would you have anything that you would like to report about them?
They're just guys.
Nothing of yet.
They seemed rather rude. I don't like them very much.
They just seemed like the regular old rowdy bar patrons to me.
A pity. Well, good luck. All is well.
All is well.
All is well.
And yeah.
And we leave because I really am uncomfortable here.
You exit back into the city of Valaki.
Yeah.
And
Speaking
I
of
think
oversharing, Katrina,
Yes.
now he thinks that we're in cahoots with them. Or he has reason to suspect it.
And we'd better do a good job.
What, you're telling me you don't want to betray the man's trust and ally with the Walkers instead?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we shouldn't tell them we're doing so beforehand.
Yes, we should all
From
be
what I've
careful
heard of-
about what we say and where we say it. You never know who might be listening.
I'm gonna sort of huddle the group together and just whisper so that any passerby don't hear me. For what it's worth, for what I've heard of both of them, I'd rather both their houses burn down.
I'd also realize Marcus's voice has changed like 8 times since this campaign started.
Yeah, voices are whatever.
I'm so inconsistent with it. Every session it's different. Anyway.
It's okay.
Suppose we should go about seeing how we could get an invitation to the Walker estate then.
The son's already told us to come visit.
That is true. Perhaps we should take them up on that offer.
I think they, just to remember as a player, I think they suggested that we could talk to their mother if we wanted to look at finding a place to stay for Irina. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. If it sounds
Perhaps
right, then
we
it's
could-
right.
Perhaps we could use the burgomaster's suggestion of the old bakery as leverage.
Like he said, he'd give us a bakery. What can you give us?
Yeah.
But
Well,
anyway,
I guess now is the best time to ask, okay, Irina, do you actually want to stay here?
Yes. It is worth revisiting the question.
Father Donovich said something about Kresk, didn't he?
He did.
I mentioned it like last session, the session before, and it sounded like she didn't want to go there, but that might have just been someone
That
else
was
She's more
saying
before
that.
we got wrapped up in politics.
She's weighing all the options. I don't know if Vallaki is ideal, but if it's safe, if Strahd cannot enter here,
The devil.
if the devil cannot enter here, Kresk may not have this nonsense about it, or
But
maybe
it
it
might
has
be
its
less
own
safe.
nonsense. But is it safe? Yes.
Well, of everywhere we've been in Barovia, this so far seems the safest.
But Irina, honey, I wouldn't believe everything anyone says.
Cynical way of looking at the world, but certainly accurate.
I think what I need right now is a safe place where the devil's monsters cannot enter.
Well, so far this seems to be the closest to that.
Hope
Yeah,
we're
we've
not
only
proven
found
wrong
one
soon.
vampire here.
You did not tell Irina about this.
Nope. That is new information to her.
Oh, we didn't? I thought she was
No.
with us when we left the library.
She was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I was.
sort of just pulled
I
people
kind of
aside
just told
and
the group
whispered.
that.
Oh. Well, she didn't hear it.
Well, to be honest, I'm not convinced the Burgomaster's not one either. He does keep all the windows draped.
Irina just whimpers at the thought.
Perhaps the safety lies in the city being large enough that a direct attack would be more trouble than it's worth. Too much collateral.
Well,
Have
we still have
you-
time to. Fully
Were
assess.
you there when his guard captain?
Yes, I was.
That's just one of his minions.
Well,
It's not the walls, at least not physically.
Oh, we're agreed on that front.
My brother always said it has to be something magic that Vallaki has. Something that repels them.
well, we'll figure it out.
Don't let the Burgomaster know I said this, but if you ask me, the festivals aren't it.
Well, there is magic in rituals.
Oops.
Of course the bard would side with the possibility of the festivals being.
Hey, I didn't say it was a good idea. I just said maybe. I didn't say
We don't know enough yet. Let's
Yeah.
actually be
I'm just
at
teasing
one
you.
of these festivals, see what they're actually like, and then we can, I don't know, make a decision from there. But for the time being, hopefully Velaki is safe.
Well, it's safer than where we've been, that's for sure.
And it's safer than my village.
That is a subset of where we've been, yes.
I guess.
So, we do have the inn with the Wachter family regarding her sons, but I doubt even with that we should show up unannounced. Perhaps we should go back to the inn, let them know, and they can spread the news, let the Lady Fiona know that we are coming.
Sure. And it is lunchtime, I suppose.
Also, while we meet, I believe you mentioned a toy maker you wanted to visit, Marcus?
Well, that's the best lead we have on this, monkey clue.
You want me to go run to the inn, see if the Wachter boys are in, and let them know that we hope to meet their family soon? Where do you suppose this monkey person is? I'll try and meet you there. Or we could all go to the inn, do the thing, then
I
go
think
look
it's
for the monkey
best
man
to stay
together.
in the group.
That's fair.
The last time we all split up, I got pickpocketed.
Of course you did. I'm not saying that to be rude to you. I'm just saying, of course, that's the sort of thing that happens here.
Ain't that the truth?
So you're all grouping up to go to the inn or go to
the
toy
inn.
maker?
We're gonna go to the
Inn
inn.
first.
In first.
Okay.
Let the boys know we hope to visit Lady Wachter soon, possibly set a specific time for it, and then go look for the toy maker.
Let's see. You guys are. The toy maker's actually on the way.
Oh, wow.
Maybe we'll stop there then.
Yeah. So
You just see the sign for Blinsky and be like, oh,
yeah, it's
never
right there.
mind.
Well, it's on our way. We might as
There,
well
that's the inn,
take a
yeah.
look.
Yeah, like yeah, and then we'll look for this Blinsky fellow.
And then
Oh, you mean
Irina,
that
and then,
Blinsky
You
fellow?
and
mean
then
that-
Irina's
you mean
just
that
like,
right
oh
there?
hey, look, there's the sign. While we're just standing around discussing, Irina's like, hey look, Blinsky's toy shop. Or whatever it's called. And we're just like, oh, well, I guess we're gonna go here then.
Yeah, so you see the shop. Above the entrance, there's a wooden sign that's shaped like a rocking horse, with a bee engraved on both sides. Through the dirty glass windows, you see various displays of toys, and hanging placards that say, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
Nice.
And you enter and meet the man himself. He's a big heavyset dude. He's wearing a moth-eaten jester cap and has a monkey on his shoulder.
A live monkey?
A live monkey.
Oh, how wonderful.
Wearing a tiny, custom-tailored ballerina tattoo.
Tutu, you mean?
And
Or
as he
tattoo.
tutu, sorry.
Yeah. It's just funny to think about.
Yeah. And as you enter, he sees you. Welcome, friends, to House of Blinsky, where happiness and smiles can be bought at bargain prices. Perhaps you know a little child in need of joy, a little toy for a girl or boy.
I'll just sort of
And
clap
with
a bit.
that,
That was well rehearsed.
Nice spiel.
I
And
think
that's
we
the
will
end of
call
the
it.
session.
Yes.
Oh.
That was fun.
Cliffhanger Blinsky.
He's no fun. He's no Blinsky.
I love the rhyme. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.